Paris look like to us in school when they was teaching different languages like German, French. You know, they teach Spanish, but they never. Spanish was like the dirty language. You feel what I'm saying? That was like the dirtiest language that you ever wanted to learn because you never had a dream of going to Mexico. Everything in Mexico that you ever heard about in life is bad. The water, the food, the healthcare, the living conditions. But when they talk about French, like you say, German, you talking about traveling over in a whole nother world. You feel me? They made the Eiffel Tower look like the best fucking thing in the world. That was a dream that a lot of people had. The Eiffel Tower, that motherfucker been up so long, the wind will knock that bitch down. But then, that's what I tell people, man. I never in my life thought that Spanish would be the second language in America. I never thought that. It was never in my mind that, because like I said, and not to be, not to be ugly, but I never thought in my life, because people always, man, when I was growing up, you know how many Mexicans was in North Nashville? One. It was how many Mexicans, how many Hispanics did I see on the daily in North Nashville? One. Back in the 80s and 90s, damn. Right before I went to prison, one. When I came out of prison, a billion of them motherfuckers. A billion of them. No, some of them, see, that's what people get fucked up. Just because they look a certain shade of color don't mean they Mexicans. That's why if you tell one of them Hispanic people, one of them Honduras people or something like that, them folks all out, I ain't no motherfucking Mexican, because they look at Mexicans like the most dirtiest thing in the world. Yeah, them Puerto Ricans, you call a Puerto Rican a Mexican, he gonna be ready to fight. That motherfucker gonna tell you, I'm not no motherfucking Mexican. And I used to be like, damn, what the fuck is the difference? In my mind, I'm an ignorant motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck the difference? All you motherfuckers speak Spanish. All you motherfuckers live in dirt huts and shit. You feel me? You know what I mean? Now, hey, that's what I found out in life, that the Puerto Ricans live better and they're not the slave laborers. More Puerto Ricans, they ain't slave laborers. Mexicans are meant to be mules for drug cartels. Mexicans do anything for money. You feel what I'm saying? They'll do anything. Mexicans would do anything for money. They would work hard for low pay. Anything for motherfucking money. But a Puerto Rican gonna cook some food. They gonna sell some cat. You feel me? They gonna do some things. You hear about more Puerto Rican people being like them Venezuelans. They Puerto Ricans. You feel me? Them folk, you hear more about them doing, you know what I mean, sex trades and scams and breaking in houses and stealing high-end jewelry. Them folks ain't nothing like the Mexicans, man. You catch a Mexican, that motherfucker 9 times out of 10, you catch that motherfucker at 5 o'clock in the morning. He in a van or on a work truck on the way to a job site. You know what I mean? Real shit. That's how they catching a lot of them Mexicans right now. Them folks literally walking up in Mexican restaurants and saying, everybody in this motherfucker come to the front. They doing it. They went up in a food truck in Memphis. Did you see that? They went in that motherfucking food truck and they did it so cold. Them folks ain't, see, them Mexicans and them foreigners looking for white folks to walk up with them badges on. They sending them motherfucking Mexicans to get them badges, man. Do they not realize that they got motherfucking DEA agents and federal ICE agents that are Mexicans and Puerto Ricans? You hear me? That's why they call them undercover agents, man. Undercover agents. You feel what I'm saying? They showing them folk walking up in there looking like some motherfucking Mexican that just came off of a job site. How now, give me 3 motherfucking burritos and 2 tacos, looking around in the situation to see how many people they see, where the exits are, And then they get their food, and then they radio in for them folk to come on and surround the building. And then it's the thing about it. If them folk, like when they gonna finally do this. If them folk pull up on the Tennessee Titans Stadium right now, they would shut down the business. They would shut down. I was down there yesterday, and I literally sit down there for about 10 minutes, and I watched them folk build on that Titan building from the Exxon parking lot. And you know how many, about 12 o'clock, it was about 12 o'clock noon, you know how many Mexicans came in there in that Exxon and grabbed burritos and cold drinks. Every person that came in there was Hispanic. And guess what they was going back to? The Tennessee Titans Stadium. The Tennessee Titans Stadium. So if I sit back and I watch it, but see, I don't think them politicians going to disrupt them type of situations off the WAP unless somebody, now if somebody call in, they got to respond. You feel what I'm saying? But you can believe that but when somebody call in, somebody going to call somebody and say, man, y'all got to shut down business for the day. Y'all got to get everybody, if they ain't got no paperwork, tell them folks get up off the property, run now. Run, motherfucker, they coming right now. But if ICE was to go down to the Tennessee Titans Stadium, and then they build another stadium, they build another football stadium, where is that built? A brand new one somewhere. Any place that you got where they doing mass construction work, 90% of them people are undocumented on them job sites, man. The concrete workers, the roofers, the motherfucking drywallers, you know what I mean? The only thing that ain't mostly done by Mexicans, undocumented people, is the plumbing and the electrician. Because when you... No, they're not the architects or nothing, because they don't want to have no contact with the white folks, you feel me? If you're an electrician, you got to put your name on some paperwork and you got to literally meet people. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't understand that. Them folks that sign them motherfucking permits and say that they doing the work, they ain't in there running them motherfucking wires for that electricity. It's undocumented motherfucking that running them wires, yeah. You know what I mean? And then I tell people, man, it ain't going to be hard for them folks to get rid of a lot of people. And Trump was mad yesterday. They asked Trump, they said, are you satisfied with the way that the ICE raids and stuff going? He said, no. He said, I want it to be amped up 1,000 times more. Them folks literally deporting over 20,000 people per day. Per day. And them folks that think that they going to get deported back to their country, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because there's a lot of countries that are refusing to take their own citizens back. But there are other countries that will take them folks. Ain't that crazy? It's other countries that said we take them folks because guess what? Whatever country deports a person has to financially support that person if that person goes to another country. Meaning they give them folks a check for that person. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why Trump said, that's why he started sending them folks to Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay was never meant for no motherfucking undocumented people. Guantanamo Bay was built for the worst of the worst criminals and terrorists. You feel me? The worst of the worst. Now you got them folks taking these gang members and these motherfucking El Salvador people out of the United States, and guess where they shipping them folks to? Guantanamo Bay. They got them folks over there with the worst of the worst terrorists sitting over there. And some of them folks the worstest crime they ever committed was coming in America. Yeah. That was the worst thing some of the folks could have done. But that's a crime. That is a crime. People don't understand that if you do not come in America the right way, you came in the wrong way. And ain't no way around it. You got them rich motherfuckers, Africans. I seen an African dude. He's like one of them. Damn, what he do? He rich in a motherfucker. That trick said, I paid $30 million. He was talking to the Senate. He said, I paid $30 million in taxes last year. It ain't half of the Americans in America that paid $30 million in their lifetime. And you telling me I gotta go? You know what that motherfucking state senator told that fool? Yeah, you gotta go. You ain't got no motherfucking paperwork. You got to go. Thank you for your $30 million. Come again. You feel me? Because what them people done is, you might have paid $30 million in tax in America, but by you not having American citizenship, most of your money went to whatever country that you wanted it to go to, which is going to be, you know what I mean? So that's a backdoor way for you to get around paying, because in actuality, them $30 million, you probably should have paid us $100 million, you feel me? But you got away with paying $30 million because you're not an American citizen. An American citizen got to pay all taxes. Foreigners that's got citizenship of other countries don't got to pay all the taxes in America. They just got to pay a personal tax of what the government tell them they should pay. You feel what I'm saying?